Good morning, IIEBM. Welcome to IIEBM Original Direct to Home lecture series. Hands on, plugs on, minds on. My name is Bal Krishna and I'm your host and host for today's session. Today's session is going to fill you with loads of positivity and desires to fulfill your dreams. Our today's speaker is the real example of how passion can drive a person to real destiny, to real purpose of life. I feel honored to introduce you to Mr. Rishi Raj Singh. Mr. Rishiraj sir hails from beautiful city Jaipur. Sir is a believer of peace and equality and a fan of performing arts. Sir did his economics major from Ferguson College, Pune. Currently, sir is managing director at the Majestic India company, which is a leading brand in fashion, and also holds the position of regional director at IIEBM. Having a heritage and taste for good things led him to venture into fashion industry. Sir is an ardent believer and follower of Nichiren Buddhism, which always keeps him high on hope. Sir was a part of Oscar-nominated short film, and he was also amongst top 10 pan-India contestants in an acting talent show called India's Best Cine Star Ki Khoj on Zee TV. He is a family man and believes that his parents' blessings and friends' wishes are no less than an award and recognition for him. He loves cooking and reading. His success mantra is, voice does Buddha's work. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the man of charisma, Mr. Rishi Raj Singh. Over to you, sir. So your camera is off.
Sorry, there was another lag. I think I have some kind of karma with the internet. Thank you so much, Bali, for that very formal and very grateful to you for this introduction of mine. Welcome back, everyone. I think we had a very small chat last week sometime, and so let's get back to what we are supposed to talk today. I won't take much of your time there, and I'm really grateful to each one of you for finding time and being here today again. So what we're talking about today is finding your true purpose and true self in trying times such as these. So how do we find our true purpose and true self, and what are these trying times that we are talking about? The times that we are talking about right now is just one thing that is taken everyone's attention, everyone's mind, heart, sweat, everything is right now gone into just one topic, which is COVID-19. How it has really changed our life, how it has put us into a kind of a fix in life where we feel that what next? How do we go ahead in life now? What do we do from here on? Will it be a normal again? Will it come back to how we were? Or will it be a stagnant situation? Is it going to be for a long time? All these thoughts have continued to creep into our lives. So what happens when we face a situation like this? What happens when we come into a crisis? So I hope all of you must know or should know that, may know that who Winston Churchill was. Winston Churchill was the Prime Minister of England, and he was the Prime Minister when we gained our independence. And Winston Churchill said, never let invading the whole of Europe, and England was in a very, very bad situation where their troop of around 3 lakh people, almost 3 lakh soldiers, were stuck in Dunkirk. Dunkirk is a place where these guys were there, and there were no ships, no navy which was going to sail out from England. That time, Winston Churchill also spoke to the President of America, and he got a very cold answer from the President of America, which was not at all a solution for him. He still did not give up. He still did not waste any moment in thinking of despair or disbelief or defeat. He called up one of his admirals, stationed in a distant place, which was probably a little closer to Dunkirk, and he told him that, and please hundred civilian boats for the first time being used for a naval operation. So every crisis has a very great opportunity that comes with it. Every problem situation that we face in, there's a very good saying that says that, I'll just read it out to you. Never forget that everything is a tailwind propelling you forward to your future goals. So everything is a tailwind. What is a tailwind? Tailwind is that push that you get from behind, the push that you always want, need. Right now, we are in a situation which is preparing us for, obviously the worst has happened and we are kind of now prepared, but it has prepared us for to see something that we had never imagined. Terrorism is there, but it is on the borders, or it happens sometimes or something like that. Okay, dengue is a disease, but it happens only to certain kind of people at certain places. This particular virus has not left anyone. It has not spared anyone, be it rich, poor, politician, businessman, actor, any kind of starter of the society. Everyone is just a simple human being for it, and it feeds on that. But what changes us from the virus is that we are human beings. We are resilient. We are here to fight, and we are here to move on in life. We've been doing that past thousands of years. As humans, we've faced the biggest of the deadlocks that have come into our lives. So we are here to that I've been to, and what really transforms a person from within. Nothing will change you from the outside. Everything has to change from within. So what happens when we find a crisis, or ourselves in a crisis, in a deadlock situation where we don't see anything? The first instance that we go through is, or a reaction that we go through is shock. Second could be denial, anger and frustration, bargaining, depression, acceptance, and integration. What is shock? The first reaction of a human is either fight or flight. Either we take the situation head on and we fight it out, or we just take a flight, we run away from it. Mostly people choose to run away. The brave ones, the ones who are courageous enough, stand there and fight it out. Fighting is not just about fighting with our hands or our legs. Fighting is with our heart and our mind. Fighting is just not about some kind of physical bravery we are talking about here. Fighting is about having a heart to sustain, to give the best possible effort that we can to change our situation of crisis. Flight is a very easy option. That we just try and hide ourselves. Running away doesn't mean that, okay, there is somebody standing there and run away from there, but it is about running away from a situation or a person or a calamity. Is about just giving up, that no, it's not possible, I cannot do anything, and it's the worst thing that has happened to me. Another thing that we do is denial. We refuse to accept the change. We refuse that nahi, ye possible hi nahi, ye to ho hi nahi sakta. So that happened when we heard about the China Wuhan cases that started coming up. We started to deny the fact in our hearts itself that no, it's not possible, it will not come to India, it's happening somewhere in China. And everyone in the world said, the remotest possibility, and it's so many millions of people there only, and they'll shut down, and it cannot travel here. Ebola also happened in Africa, or SARS happened there, and what happened to SARS in 2002, or MERS that came from Saudi Arabia, and things like that. But eventually it came to us. But yet, till the WHO called it a pandemic, and the government also stood up and took notice of it, and by that time we were already into it, but we were still not accepting it, that we as a country or people can also have something like this. Once the denial stage crossed, we came into anger and frustration, that how can we be sitting at home, or how we were told to, play the thalis and do the light up the diyas and things like that. And a lot of people were finding it very strange, and they were quite frustrated with the idea that how can we do it. But those were the ideas or practices which were about integrating people, which were about bringing some kind of positivity into people's lives. It was not about a solution towards fighting the virus, but it was about a solution to fighting the fear or the anger or the denial or the shock that we had in our minds. Then comes bargaining, making deals with God, that if this works out, I will do this, or if that happens, I will do this, or I will give this much of chadhava, or God, just get me out of this situation, or I'll do my best here on, and things like that. And then comes depression, withdrawn, no energy. I'm giving up. I have nothing left. What will happen now? The whole world economy is collapsing. The world leaders are not really finding it feasible to fight this right now. Everyone is trying their best, but no, it's not happening. So where we also kind of get into that mold where we start listening to these negativities, because every day on news we are getting to see numbers going up now in thousands, probably now 10,000, almost 10,000 every day. And this is how we are kind of taking that information and converting into depression. So there is a chemical called cortisol which releases in our brains, and which is where, when fear, stigma, or things like that come into our mind frame, we start releasing this depression chemical, which is called cortisol. Once we cross this stage, then comes acceptance, peace, and realization that not all is bad, and that is how we have come into an acceptance stage where we are seeing that, okay, fine, you can go out, you can do things. But that acceptance stage is not about whether we are winning or losing. That acceptance stage is about ourselves, whether we want to win or we want to lose. The acceptance is in our own self, that I want to fight from here on. I will not give up. I will not be into depression. I will not be into a shock. I will not be into denial. I accept there is a virus. I accept the situation is bad. I accept things are not right. But I also accept the fact that I have the power to fight it. I have the power to go beyond it. I have the power to manifest the goodness within me, the mind of a resolve, a determination that no, now enough is enough. I will fight it now. Let me just not sit at home, sulk about it, talk to my friends every day about it. We can discuss the numbers, we can discuss the news. There is nothing wrong about it. As a human being, we must have a dialogue. We have the greatest possible thing, which is called communication. We can communicate with each other like we are doing right now, sitting in a remote place. I'm talking to so many of you right now. So this is how we do that. And then in the end comes integration. New plans, actions, testing new concepts, open to readjustments. So how do we kickstart, restart, refresh, and relaunch our lives in these times of uncertainty? So I'm assuming all of us now are at the last stage of integration. So how do we integrate ourselves? How do we restart our lives? So that is the question. Now that we have accepted and we are ready to integrate ourselves, we are ready to kickstart, restart, refresh. And we must do that. We cannot sit and think what will happen, when it will happen, how it will happen. We have to follow all the SOPs. We have to follow all the norms, regulations, rules given by the government. We have our own minds. We have so many people taking care of us around us. We have Corona warriors who are fighting day and night, every day, getting out, taking care of us. Be it the cops, be it the doctors, nurses, ambulance drivers, cleaners, garbage pickers. Those of us who live in buildings, there are common areas which need to be cleaned every day. We are, as family members, we are all contributing towards creating some kind of help for our family members. And if you're not doing it, start now. Please help your mothers. Please help your sisters. Please help your grandmother. Please start taking some kind of initiative in doing things at home also, which will prepare you for the future. It's not in vain that we start, doing some kind of mopping or cleaning or doing anything. It's not that we are not made for this kind of work. This is our own work also. We can contribute towards our family initiatives. So there has been a lockdown for everyone, but not for our mothers, our sisters, and our daughters of our families. There has not been a lockdown for them. They are not sitting. They are not wasting any time thinking whether I can cook this vegetable or not, whether I can touch this or not, or whether I should go out and buy vegetables or not. They are doing it head on. They are taking that initiative. They are not stopping themselves from getting out and doing things. So why are we thinking that we cannot contribute as boys? We cannot help them. We cannot. How can we think that, no, it's not my job? It is equally our job, because this situation is here to build our character. This situation is here to build our foundation that, yes, I can do all of my things on my own. One very simple way to kickstart this kind of a thing is by making your own bed. The moment you get up in the morning, make your own bed. Don't wait for your mother or your sister or anyone to come and do that for you. This is how you build your character. This is how you build yourself from within. If you can take that single responsibility, you can take many more in your life. So what I believe in my life is that everything begins with a prayer. Prayer to whoever you believe in, the higher power, the inner self, whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in, whichever God, deity, guru, whoever you believe in, please pray earnestly with your heart that I am here to bring about that change. I take responsibility of this situation. Not about praying that please make it fine for me. That will not change. If it has to change, it has to change from within. We have to start cultivating ourselves from within. We cannot just sit back and think, God, please, we start praying that God, please change the situation. The situation is created by humans only. How we have taken things for granted. The moment we take a thing, situation, person for granted, things do not stay normal. Someday it will burst out into a situation which is uncontrollable. So it is very important to have a lot of gratitude, a lot of a lot of thankfulness in our lives, that yes, what I'm getting every day is not permanent, but I must thank for it. I cannot take this to be a permanent of my mother for cooking food for me and feeding me every day, for my father who goes out every day and works for my well-being. So we need to have that gratitude. We need to have gratitude for our sisters, for our for our mothers, for our grandmothers, for our parents. We must have that kind of relationship where we are thanking them every day. When we thank them every day, in return we are thanking our nature also every day. Mother nature, that's what we call it. So how do we thank that? Is by taking a responsibility in our lives. How do we do that? Is by creating a strong inner self, which is also going to start with a prayer. So the first step is to set clear goals. How can we set clear goals here? What is it that I must do from here on? So you guys are, I would call you management students now. So, you need to first of all believe that I am a management student. I have worked my life to get here where I am right now. There is a pause in my life, but this is just a pause. This is not a full stop. I cannot think like that. I have no time to waste. So I must prepare myself. Whatever time you have got right now, it's been almost 2 months, more than 2 months that we have been sitting at home, and we may have to sit at home for maybe a few more weeks, which is very crucial now for all ourselves. But why am I here in this situation, and what is the best that I can get out of this situation while sitting at home? And being, first of all, is the belief that I am a management student, because I have worked, I have given my exams, I have given my interviews, I have made an effort. A lot of people have worked on me. my teachers in the coaching academy, my school education, my college education. So there is a long list of people who have worked on you since you started your schooling and before that as well. But how can you now give back? How can you now contribute towards becoming a better person, towards looking ahead and imagining that I have no time, and believing also rather that I have no time to waste now. I have no, a wavering mind will not take you anywhere. The idea that whether to do it now or later, later will make you waste time. Now is the idea that we start, that I cannot give in to this situation. I must be prepared. And that is why somewhere we all thought of and started doing what we are doing today through using this internet facility, through using webinars, through using these platforms to basically communicate with each one of you that yes, we can, yes, we must move ahead. We cannot just sit and wait for things to happen. If that would have been the case, all the companies in the world would have just shut down and said, okay, we'll wait, let's go back home. Everyone is contributing, either working from home, working from the office, working from some place possible, that we are all contributing. So if the institute is ready, we must also be ready as a management student. If the management institute is taking the reins in their hand and they are saying that we are ready for you, we are making the best possible situations which can take care of you, you must also think that we are also getting ourselves ready for the institute, for the course, for the future. Why do you want to become a management student is a very crucial question here. Because if your why is clear, how follows. So you must have that why very clear and be very, very determined about it, that I must not leave any stone unturned. I must not go into depression, despair. I'm here to integrate myself. I'm here to adjust, restart, kickstart, refresh. I'm here to, excuse me, I'm here to make the most of it. I cannot let this opportunity go. I cannot just wait for another year to start and then think that, okay, let me just relax. This is not a relaxing time for you. High school is over. That was the time we could relax. We could think, okay, fine, we have some time. We can start again. We can do that. You guys are now into a professional life sphere. This is a transition from a education which is to give you some kind of knowledge to a professional education, an education where you get to do things in real time, in real self, in real places. You will have internships, you will have professors coming and teaching you with their hands-on experiences. This is the kind of experience you are also gaining right now, where people with hands-on experience from real life are coming and talking to you. How can we make the most of it? How can we not just sit and think when things will be fine, I will start? No, when things will be fine, I will be ready should be the attitude. When things will get to normal in terms of, okay, fine, you can go out, you can join, you can do things, I must be ready then. I will not start getting ready at that time. So one great thing that I did during this lockdown is I did not stop working out even while being at home. Probably before that, I was lazy enough. I was working out thrice a week, thinking that, okay, fine, that is enough for me. And from 22nd of March, because Maharashtra had a lockdown from the 19th of March, from 22nd of March until date, I have not missed out on my workout on a single day. And I'm seeing great results because a healthy body also contributes to a very healthy mind. A healthy body also contributes towards being very, very confident about yourself. A person should be always ready. You should, even if a very small suggestion, if you like it, I cannot see you, but you can see yourself. Get dressed every day when you come for a session. Wear formal clothing, wear your shoes, wear your watch, wear really good clothes, iron them yourself, because right now nobody's ironing for us. So why not take that initiative in creating your true self, your character? That I iron my own clothes, I polish my own shoes, I wear good clothes because I have work to attend, I have a webinar to attend. It's not somebody just coming and talking to you. It's about life transformation. There are professionals coming and talking to you to encourage you in life. So why not think that I am in the institute right now, I am in the college right now, I'm sitting in the auditorium, and I am going to be interacting with certain person. And this is the opportunity where I need to shine and I need to do my best. So why not get dressed every day? I'm not asking you to wear a tie or anything right now, but iron your clothes. Look forward to this meeting, because when you have a positive attitude, you will embrace a lot of positivity. You will you will you will feel that I'm a part of this process now. This is what the beginning of a management course is, that you become a part of a process. You integrate yourself into an environment where you are professionals now. You are just not a child here. You are a grown-up individual. You are an adult coming to a professional course. So why not start behaving like an adult? So the first thing, as I said, is to dress up yourself every day. Think that I'm here talking to somebody who is also looking at me, even if that is not the situation right now, even if that we are not meeting in person right now. Okay. Another very important thing that we must do is empty our cups. We have a lot that we have created or generated in our lives, which is full. The mug is full now. The cup is full now. So if I don't want to, go and get it right now. But if you have a glass which is this much empty, I'm able to give you only this much of information, which you will be able to grasp or absorb. But if this glass is empty till here, I will be able to give you this much of information. You will be able to receive this much of information. So when you empty your cup, means that in order to absorb the new in life, the new information in life, we must empty our mugs of the past. We must look in the future. As long as we carry on with the information which is stale now, which is obsolete now, it is going to be a clutter and nothing else. So how we do that is we come with a refreshed mind. We come with a mind to absorb. We come with all the clutter out. So another great thing that you can do is to declutter your rooms, your house. What is not needed should be taken out, maybe reused into creating something new, but it should not be a clutter. The more clutter you are surrounded with, the more clutter that you have in your minds also, because you are reflecting that right now. So clear out that thing. Hit the reset button. It's important to hit the reset button now. We cannot just be sitting and thinking, yes, time will change and we will change. We must reset now. We must take that impetus, that moment now in our life, that we will change from here on. It's not up to others, it's up to us. We must believe in that. If we continue to think that somebody will change somewhere and then my life will change, it will not happen. You have to take your own life into your own hands, and you have to decide for yourself what you need to do. Nobody else can decide for you. Your parents can guide you, but cannot decide for you now that you are in an age which is, I'm sure you are 21 plus now, all of you. So you cannot think that, yes, they're there to guide you, but they're not there to decide for you. You have to decide for yourself. The creative decisions of your life should be with you. Yes, the other aspects of life are different, and you always need to consult and have a dialogue with your family members, friends. Having a dialogue is very important. And even if you want, you can always have a dialogue with anybody from the institute also. That I'm in a fix now, what do I do? There is always guidance available for you, and that is what we must seek. But decide from within. that yes, I want to do this now. I'm not here to look back. Until and unless you do not have that strong mind, a mind which is in your control and you are not in control of your mind, things will not improve around us also. Because we are continuously going to think about, it's very enjoyable for the mind to think negative, to think, no, it's not possible. The first reaction towards everything is, no, it's not possible, it's not for me. Or I fear even articulating what I have in my heart, because my mind says, no, I think it's asking for too much. It is never asking for too much. It is asking for the right thing. I must win over my mind. To start afresh is to leave the baggage of our past in the past itself. I don't think you can carry more than 2 bags or 3 bags at the max, but that also you cannot carry for a very long distance. So carry what you can. Carry the precise things, the precise matter. Again, coming back to you are being a management student, you need to have precise gains, precise reforms, precise resolutions in your life. You cannot have wavering thoughts. You cannot have I will be able to do everything. That's not how management works. Management works in a very precise manner. Management works in a very innovative way, where things are all in place, where that is why it is called management. Otherwise, if it is unorganized, if it is not organized, you cannot manage anything there. So you need to prepare yourself with that idea. Then you need to, again, declutter, leave the baggage of the past in the past. Look forward, look ahead. Mindset changes are extremely important, and at all levels. We all must reform ourselves with our mindsets. We cannot think, I don't think we cannot, we should not think from the mindset that we were in a situation which was there. Now we must think from the mindset that we are here in a situation which is difficult, but we must think that it is manageable. Until unless we don't think it is manageable, nothing is manageable. If we try and again give up in the idea, then we are going to get into a shock or a denial or a depression or anger, frustration. We must accept that yes, there is something which has happened, and we need to look ahead of it. So that mindset change has to happen at every level. How can we become innovative? How can we become persons of resilience, persons of determination, that no, I will change this mindset of mine into thinking positive, into thinking ahead in life rather than looking back in life. So nothing comes easy is a reality, and nothing is impossible is also a reality. So nothing comes easy is, I'm sure by now we all know, and by now everyone in the world knows that nothing comes easy. There is a price for everything. There is a situation that can happen like this also. We had never thought of it. I mean, I had watched a movie called Contagion 2 weeks before this thing happened, and I realized that this kind of things happen in cinema only. This does not happen in real life. You don't put a country of 1.3 billion people under a lockdown that nobody gets out. But that also happened. We've seen various bands by various political outfits, or Aaj Bharat Band hai. Bharat Band also never had this kind of a band. It was probably 20% of the country that got shut down. Or there were areas which were under curfew in the past, which were like, okay, fine, there is a hardcore curfew going on, and this is just in a part of the city that has happened. But nowhere in time that we see in the past also that the whole world come down to a lockdown situation, and especially a country of the magnitude of 1.3 billion population that has come to a lockdown. So that lockdown is gone. Unlock has started. But unlocking our minds is more important than unlocking the physical aspects of it, the markets of it, or anything. Because that unlocking has nothing to do with what we have in our hearts and minds. That unlocking is about creating opportunities again, looking ahead again. But what we need to do with our minds is unlocking our minds with the idea that I need to move ahead from here on. Otherwise, I will always be in a situation where I will I will be governed by the crisis rather than governing the crisis yourself. So this is the time, again, an opportunity to change our ecosystem, to change. How do we do that? Is by taking social responsibility. How do we do that? Is by becoming more responsible towards our nature, towards our environment, towards our community, towards our society. Much more than that. Life is also about taking care of our surroundings, our nature, our house, our parents, looking into their lives, integrating with them, building our relationships. Today, a lot of people got back in touch because they felt that yes, human connection is more important than what we were going through in life. Because everyone thought, I'm too busy, I have no time, I'm going to work, I have to rush to work. Your mother is running behind you, please eat your breakfast. And you're running away. No, 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 I have to get to the institute, I have to get to this place, I have to go for this interview, I have to go for a GDPI. You have to go for it. There is nothing to deny that. And that has to be there. You must reach on time. You must be punctual. You must be a professional. You must have that approach. But what is very, very important is to do things in a disciplined manner. So if you think you are going to be late, why not start early? Why not spend that 10 minutes sitting and eating quietly with your mother, with your father, with your surrounding of the house? Build that relationship again. Give them that respect. Give them that honor that they deserve. If you do not do that, you're belittling your own life, nobody else's. They are doing things selflessly. If you do not respect that, you will not be able to respect any process in life. So respect your surroundings. Change your ecosystem now. Take care of your own work, your own things, your own clothes, your own shoes, your own books, your own things that belong to you. Don't rely on somebody else to come and do it for you. So that is how you change your ecosystem. That is why it is important to become responsible from within. That I am ready to start things in my life now. I am ready to get out, get to the college, start my professional life. If I continue to fear and only fear and talk about only fear and think that somebody is doing things for me, but I'm very busy. I'm sitting idle, but I'm very busy. I'm on Facebook most of the day, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. Do everything. There is nothing that you should not do, but prioritize your life. This is what I need to do now. This is what I need to do now. This is a time to eat food. This is the time to study. This is the time to be on Instagram. You can get so much knowledge from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok also. I find TikTok to be a fearless medium. There are so many people who are such great artists today. They don't need a medium or they don't need to get to Bombay to become a popular person. But are we creating value out of that or not is a question. Because you are management students, you need to understand, is the process value creating? Is a slow-mo video value creating? Is it giving any kind of information? Or is it just entertainment? So while you are watching those or following those people who are creating those videos, that is just entertainment, not information. So I must look for information. The internet is a medium which has given you all the possible literature, analytics of the world right in front of you, be it in your palm or be it on a laptop or be it on a PC. Choice is yours, whether you want to absorb information or whether you want to just discard your time looking at Facebook and telling everyone around you, I'm very busy. You're not busy, you're lying to yourself then. So you need to get busy in a manner which is productive, not busy in a manner which is just showing off. Okay, coming back to the next, now that hashtag has become such a integral part of our lives, I've also hashtagged everything. Whatever I've written is not 1, 2, 3, it's hashtag. So Another thing that we must have now is trust. We must trust, and trust begins from oneself, from within. That I trust myself, I love myself, I trust myself, and I must trust my surroundings or people I'm getting in touch with. If we do not have trust now, also, if we are going to look at people with suspicion only, if we're going to decide on our future journey with the idea of suspicion that uh, are they good enough, or is this doctor good enough, or this medicine will work or not, or am I good enough or not? If you're continuing to think like that, you are defeating your own purpose in life. You are continuously not preparing yourself for the right times and the right situations. You are continuously pulling yourself back and down because you do not trust, you do not believe in anyone. So we must have trust amongst each other, amongst our fellow comrades in life, amongst our fellow professional management students, amongst our friends, family members, everyone. We must get out of the situation that we created for ourselves for such a long time, that conditioning that we've had, that everything is all about right and wrong. One great thing that I learned from my practice of Buddhism is that it is not about right and wrong. Everyone has a process in life. Everyone is going through something or the other in life. We do not know. There's a very good saying, don't never judge a book by its cover. You must get inside that book, if at all you can, to read the lines and in between the lines, and also to understand there is one thing called meaning of something, and there is another thing called intent of something. So there is a meaning of a certain word, that okay, this is the meaning. Okay, change has a lot of meanings. Change your clothes, change your environment, change your this, change your that, change your attitude. But the intent behind is to change for a good cause, to change for the larger goal in life, for the higher self in life. So you must understand the intent of it also. So coming back to the right and wrong part of it, we've been conditioned to think and see things as ये गलत है, ये सही है. इसने तुझे मारा, तू भी वापस मार. वो गलत था, उसको ऐसा नहीं बोलना चाहिए था. ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. These are the connotations that we have grown up on. That इसने ऐसा किया, इसलिए मैं उसको इस तरह से react करूं. That is not what reality of life should be like, because we are not here for a permanent time. We are here, we have our own roles, we have our own journeys, and everyone will meet their end, good, bad, ugly, however it is. But the treasures of the heart that we make here, or we receive here, or we gain here, are going to be much larger than the treasure of the goods that we gain. We might become rich, we might become, and we must, why not? We must fulfill all our goals. We must become the best possible, we must have the best possible management, hierarchy. We must be placed in that part, that I must become somebody big in my organization. But am I connected to the human being next to me is also very, very important. Or am I just judging everyone on the basis of right and wrong? The moment you start judging people on the basis of compassion, that I understand that this person is wrong, but there is something going on in this life also, in that person's life, then I start respecting that life like I respect my own life and my own self and my own situations. So in order to do that, we must stop judging people on the basis of right and wrong. That is the conditioning we need to get out of. So then we start looking at bigger picture in our life. We start looking at right things, the right perspectives. Until unless we don't do that, we are going to just weigh everything with the idea of right and wrong. The moment we start weighing the things around us with the base scale of compassion, then we start looking at things with the idea that yes, there is something wrong, but let me look deeper into it. The moment, I am sure you must have seen a lot of films, and there are two people in a film. So there is one person who's forward, there is one person who's at the back. There are times when we see this forward person clearly, and the moment there is a shift in perspective, in focus, this person becomes more prominent, and this becomes hazy. So there is always another perspective in life. Always shift your focus. See the good part of it. Don't just see the wrong part of it in life. Always look towards looking at, most of the relationships don't work because we always focus on the 20% which is wrong rather than 80% which is right. We always look at the wrong doings of a person than the right doings of the person, or the correct things that person has done for us or not done for us also. We are mostly focusing on the 20%, which is haphazard, which is not up to our liking. But we forget that there is a 80% content which is so much beautiful. So how do we get to that situation is when we have a balance of reason and emotion. How do we come to that balance of reason and emotion is also a very important thing that I learned through my practice of Buddhism, that we largely weigh things either basis of emotion, or we think, no, this is the way it has to happen. We are either emotionally very, very, burdened with the idea that I am so much more connected to this person, and how can I do this to this person or this situation? And on the other side, we think that no, it's not possible, and this is the only way this can happen. That is where we are reasoning. Moment you bring a balance of reason and emotion, you will see a very clear picture in front of you. You will see your goals right in front of you. You will see how to go about it, because you have made your why clear here. So in order to do that, you need to start writing from today only that this is my why I want to be a management student, and your how will follow. Your choices will be strikingly clear in front of you. You will continuously see the right path. You will be on the expressway of life rather than being on the by lanes and by roads and kacha rasta and getting in and out of the road. You need to have that clarity of mind in your life today, because if you continue to be cluttered with all sorts of information which is just being fed by so many people around you, that no, do this, do that, decide this, decide that, do this later, abhi to aisa chal raha hai, kal kya hoga kya pata, government might bring some other change, I don't know what is going to happen. You must not think like that. Create your better self here. Take decisions for your life. I want to do this, I will do this. Have a dialogue, have a clear picture, clear goal in front of you, because you have the power to change the course of your own destiny. Because if you do not do that, if you do not exercise that power, you will lose on time, you will lose on precious moments of your life, you will lose on the idea that this year was that opportunity for my life where I could have just taken that one step. We can always do things tomorrow, but then we will miss out today in order to do that tomorrow. But if we start today, we will be able to have a fulfilling experience for today also. And tomorrow will be far more greater because we've prepared ourselves for this tomorrow today. No better time than this to activate your new self. So in order to fight the crisis of today, again, recreate your true self. Become the front runners of change in the society. You guys need to become the front runners of change in the society today. You guys need to, create that self, but you need to become the power source for people around you, your family members also for that matter. Create such a great change in yourself today only that people start looking up to you, thinking that what just happened to this person. Fight your fight your devils that are holding you back from within, which could be devils, could be laziness, complacency, doubt, fear, any kind of negative thought that you get, any kind of ill feeling you have for someone, anger, greed, all these are things that you need to really change today. Become a new person from today itself. I am in control of my life. I am in control of my mind. If you cannot do that, you will not be able to do anything in life. You will be a slow, you will be just jogging around. You want to become a runner here. Even for a marathon, which is a long distance run, you have to have a certain pace. You cannot just be thinking that I will walk and finish the marathon. So you can do that if you're not prepared for it. You can always walk it out. But if you are wanting to become somebody of significance in that arena of 10,000 people who are running for that marathon, and you want to bring about a time that has a certain respect, then you need to prepare. I have a very dear friend. He's a colonel now in the armed forces, and he's part of the super elite para commandos, special forces, James Bond kind of a, soldier. Even while we were in school, whenever we used to have a 5 kilometer run, he was the only person who used to start preparing for it in advance, running every day before coming to the school for 5 kilometers. And that is something which got him to where he is today. He's one of the most respected special forces commandos, who the government of India believes that if we send them out to certain areas, cross-border attacks that we need to do in terms to neutralize the negative forces around us which are working against us. So we need to become that kind of a soldier in life, that I must become that person who is working selflessly without any gain. There is a lot that goes behind the scenes. This whole picture that we are seeing today, that transition that we are taking right now, that I'm talking to you, are listening to me, there is a lot of work that has gone behind the scenes for it. There is a lot of effort which has gone into to do this, to do a trial run, to do a dry run, to establish this right, the right software, to have electricity, to have the right internet connection, to give you the best possible information, or to communicate the best possible information towards you. A lot of people have worked behind the scenes till late nights. We must have gratitude for them also, because nobody is doing it for the idea that, okay, fine, let's just do it to kill time. Nobody's killing time. I'm not killing time here. I am also learning right now while talking to you. I'm creating a lot of value from my life never made any sense to me also. I would have just copied something from somewhere, and I would have just created a large format of it. And sorry, I could have just, picked up a good speech from somebody and, just spoken about it. But why am I doing this is also of a whenever you come down to Pune, whenever things open up, whenever things really get to the new normal that we have, I would want to meet each one of you, because this is a very special bond that we are creating today, because we don't know each other now. We were supposed to meet long time back, but that has not happened for certain reasons. So we must make sure that whenever you guys come to Pune, we all meet in person. We all tell our story of our struggles of life. We all tell our stories of our way of taking charge of our life towards this is how I did things when nobody was believing in me. I believed in myself. When nobody was believing in me, there was somebody coming and talking to me, created a platform where I could be interacted with. And please write down whatever you have gone through. Please write it down. Create a journal that this is how I was on the 10th of June And from here on, this is how I changed my life. This is how I created a new, better self. This is how I became more resolved in my idea of living. This is how I took charge of my room, my home, my office, my family, my friends. This is how I created that person in your life, that create that spirit in your life where anyone can just look up to you and feel that I can trust this individual, that I can go up to this person and talk to him, and I know I will get a very good uh, solution in life. Never focus on the problem, because if you're just focusing on the problem, you will never get to a solution. A very dear friend of mine, again, I was talking to, my mother was very unwell in the past 15, 20 days or a month, I would say. And that the gesture that he gave me, or that information that he gave me, that a lot of people told me we should do a CT scan, we should do this, that. He said one thing only. He said, I want to focus on a solution. I don't want to send you to uh, a doctor who will just write a lot of tests. I don't want your mother to be on a CT scan table for no reason. I want to focus on a solution. The solution I see here is this kind of medication, and this kind of medication will improve her life condition also, and her physical attributes of it also. And that is the trust that we must cultivate. That is the trust in our professional life also we must have. If we do not have that, then we'll have a very short-lived life. We'll have a very, empty kind of a life. Yes, we will have everything around us. We've had all that before also. We've just realized what matters is relations. What matters is people of concern. What matters is food, home-cooked, good food. We've not gone out and eaten anything now for past two and a half months that we've been at our homes. We are eating what has been cooked at home, and I'm very fortunate that I've been cooking for last 2 months, helping my wife. I cook twice a day because I am at home. I can take that responsibility, and I love cooking. Cooking is therapeutic. I experiment every day from what I have around me, not looking at, if I had broccoli, I could have made that. If I had a certain kind of ingredient, I could have created that. I have 5 ingredients in my house right now. What can I make the best of it? What can I create which is tasty, healthy, and nice, and good looking also at the same time? That is what we need to create in our life right now. If we do not do that, then we are just relaxing in our life, wasting our times, thinking that yes, life will become normal again and we will be able to do things. I see Mr. Bali there. Are we overshooting the time?
Yes, sir. We have less time. The other session is at 11:30.
Done. Then let's cut it short. I'll just need to.
I have a lot of questions also, so
I just want to read out one
I would.
proverb before we get onto that. I believe in this a
Sure,
lot.
sir.
So this proverb says, "Do not complain that rose bush has thorns, but rejoice that the thorn bush has roses." So do not complain with the idea that this rose bush has thorns. कि इस गुलाब के पौधे में कांटे हैं. Rejoice that इस कांटों के पौधे में गुलाब है. Look at a new thing now. Shift your focus, change your perspective. Okay. And when our inner attitude or resolve starts running, everything starts to change. We move everything in a bright and positive direction. Another thing that I want to tell you is that a butterfly, which you see around in our surroundings, it can travel not more than a few kilometers at max if it wants to. But if a butterfly clings onto a thoroughbred horse, it can go up to 10,000 miles in life. So you need to cling on to a thoroughbred. You need to cling on to the right train. You need to catch the right bus. Otherwise, we will keep changing, keep shifting, keep doing things, going back and forth, looking at things that आज इसने ये बोला ये अच्छा है, कल उसने बोला वो अच्छा है, and every day you will keep shifting, wasting your time. So cling on to a thoroughbred which cares for you, which take and believe that yes, I am on the right course. I have got the right train. Otherwise, you will be just keep shifting between junctions, and you will have nothing clear in front of you. So make clear goals, have trust, restart, hit the reset button. From today onwards, change your life for a good future. It was great talking to you. Now over to you, Bali, and let's take some questions.
Thank you so much, sir. So I have loads of questions with me. So the first question is, can you tell us 5 rituals that one should follow to become a better human?
5 rituals. First of all, control your mind. Don't let the mind control you. Second, have trust within yourself. Love your own self. Respect your own self. Do not think negative about your own self, or think that I am not worthy of anything. The moment you start thinking, you start reflecting. If you reflect that, everything that you come across in life will only show you your unworthiness. So start loving yourself, respecting yourself, believing in yourself, and also respect others outside of you. Respect their time, respect their dignity, respect their self. Everyone is truly respect worthy if you look at the right side of it.
The next one is connected to the previous question. So when we see you, we feel an aura of positivity. It also expresses that you love yourself. So what is the secret, sir, to love ourselves? How we can do that?
Secret is, there's no secret. It's all about, bowing to yourself every day. You are a human being who is here to transform your life and others' life at the same time. So it's not going to be an independent life that we will live. We have to live an interdependent life. And this situation of COVID-19 has taught us that how interdependent we are. If there were no farmers today, we would have not gotten any kind of food. If there was no transportation in this time of crisis, we would not have had the food on our tables. We cannot grow vegetables overnight, right? So bow to your own self, respect your own self. Say that I love myself, not like a ritual before getting off the bed and things like that, but in true self. I respect myself, so please respect me. Which is what you need to tell yourself, not the others. Nobody will do that otherwise. So believe in yourself, have clear goals, as I said, and have clarity in your mind that I am on the right course. I have the right people guiding me through. I have the right people taking charge of my life for a better future in life. Yeah.
Right. So the next question is, sometimes we lose faith in ourselves. How to regain it, or how to restore it?
So a very important word is restart, refresh. There is nothing like feeling guilt or feeling remorse or feeling bowed down or feeling depressed about situations in life. As I said, you have the power to change your life from within. Yes, we get depressed, but the idea is to get back. And as I said, everything starts from a prayer, with a prayer. Pray to whoever you believe in, that I am here to bring about a change in the society. I am here to become the power source, that plug point where your phone gets charged, that plug point where your laptop gets charged, that plug point where your microwave works, your AC works, your everything that in your house works. Electricity is like breathing today. Last time we did not have it, we could not have this session. Today we have it, so we must have gratitude for electricity also. So in the same way, starting afresh, not looking back, I have missed out on so many days, I wasted time. Don't sit and waste your time thinking like that. Think, what can I do from here on? And you will regain faith in yourself first. Yeah.
One career-oriented question. Sir, is there any opportunities for management students in fashion industry?
Oh, there is a lot. There is a lot. Management, there is a face of it which is okay, fine, about sales and good looking things and things like, but there is a lot which goes behind the scenes. There is a lot of administration which takes place. There is a lot of HR, there is a lot of finance, there is a lot of infrastructure related places. The factories have to be controlled, the inventories have to be controlled, so much of people management has to be done. So there is a lot of opportunities, and if you have the right credentials, I'm sure things will work for you.
So there are a lot of questions, but because of the time constraint, probably we'll schedule another session, or maybe once the students are here in the campus.
Oh, I would love to meet them.
Invite you in the campus. So your session has given us a different perspective to look at life. I'm sure students must have got a motivation to follow their dreams and passion. On behalf of IIEBM, I'm thankful to you. Thank you so much for your time, and more power to you for your future endeavors. And I would like to conclude this in my own style, where I'm remembering Bashir Badr and Javed Akhtar Sahab. So Javed Akhtar Sahab said, "क्यों डरे जिंदगी में क्या होगा? क्यों डरे जिंदगी में क्या होगा? कुछ ना होगा तो तजुर्बा होगा." And Bashir Saab said, and it definitely denotes your personality. He says, "हम तो दरिया हैं, हमें अपना हुनर मालूम है. हम तो दरिया हैं, हमें अपना हुनर मालूम है. जिस तरफ भी चल पड़े रास्ता हो जाएगा." So students, stay tuned for the next session, and thank you.
I would also again add to what Mr. Bali has said. उम्मीद की किरण के सिवा कुछ नहीं यहाँ. उम्मीद की किरण के सिवा कुछ नहीं यहाँ. इस घर में रोशनी का यही इंतजाम है. So be hopeful always in life. I'm truly grateful to each one of you for taking out time and listening to me. And from today onwards, start making your notes, start jotting down everything, whatever said, and we will have a personal session whenever you are in campus, on campus, in person, alive. And take care of your parents, respect them, take care of your sisters, brothers, grandparents, everyone. They all need you, all need each other. So have a great day and make the most of in life. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
sir.
so much. Thank
Have
you.
a great day ahead. And students, please stay tuned for the next session. Long live IIEBM and Jai Hind.
Jai Hind Ki Sena.